from Valona to Italy. The next morning, they transferred the brother of minister to Italy, but 5 years long. They did everything to jail that gentleman because accusing him for false deposition, he never deposited any file for anything. Now, if you look at Albania, is a country with no more presumption of innocency. 67% of all detainees are in pre-detention. They just arrest and plunge in prison. This is the truth in this country. Torture is usual. Deaths in Albanian prisons are usual. Ladies and gentlemen, Albania is a merging of state with drug cartels and organized crime. Prime Minister himself has in his office a coordinator for all this big criminal organization, and his name is well known. Himself, Mr. Rama, meet them in Aruba, in Dubai. Mr. Rama's name is quoted in TV, in national Belgian TV and other newspapers as being linked with them. Idi Rama provides them. They do control all construction permission in the country. Whoever comes to Tirana will see how many towers going high. But journalists investigated, they found that only 20% of the money is coming from the banking system. 800 millions out of 4 billion. The others coming from underground. Killers, traffickers, serial killers do the law in the elections. They are all involved in election process and disseminate fear and terror towards citizens. International law enforcement agencies from France, Netherlands, Belgium had discovered the codes of Sky ECC, Matrix, and Crochat are coded telephones by which the gangs in overall Europe and the world communicate with each other. What it was found. The second most used language in this world was Albanian language. The highest concentration of in the world of these coded phones were the Prime Minister buildings, and Idi Rama himself used 3 of them. These agencies brought in Albania 1 million page transcripted. This 1 million page, half of them, deals with their deep involvement in the elections. But in Albania, the election crime is amnesticed. The political justice controlled by Edi Rama do not deal with the crime. So, what elections are a process between a huge machinery of vote buying and a huge machinery of fears that is like international institution has written, they do control the will of the people. In these elections, during these weeks, he is providing €100 for every pensionary as a gift for votes, the Prime Minister himself. Next to it, cannabis for votes. He distributed 138 licenses to plant cannabis in all of the countries. He didn't respect any law in the election code. This is the picture of Albania. This is the situation where we are. Now, what is our option? We have to fight, fight, and fight. In a dictatorship, you have no other option. But whatever help this institution could provide, we are very grateful. in 2 days, European Parliament also, the Foreign Affairs Committee is organizing a hearing about Albania. This exchange of view is a very good message that we send to Albanians for your great interest. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Berisha. I don't know if we have some questions from members of colleagues from EPP, but I think it's very important, interesting, because the situation in Albania is very worried, and we need the maximum support to Mr. Berisha and to our sister party. Does anybody want to raise any question? Yes? Oh.
Good morning, I'm Mr. Markopoulos from Greece. Mr. President, thank you for coming here. We understand how difficult it is in the middle of your election process to be here. Mr. Dule is coming from the Greek ethnic minority. For us, it's something very important. But it's also important to learn about your commitments on respecting minority rights, especially your party's commitments regarding respect of their properties and their religious rights. Greece is trying a lot to build a European path for Albania. You are very welcome to the European Union, but you have to try a lot. We hear something about narco state. It's a big accusation. It's something very, very hard to hear from the lips of the former heads of the Albanian government, of the Albanian state. How do you plan to deal with drug cartels, and what is your plan about it? Thank you very much.
Zero tolerance to them. This is the only way to save my country. Ladies and gentlemen, the euro in Albania is narco-euro, is devaluated 35% compared to our lek. Exports are dying from one year to another year. They fell down 32%. Thousand Albanians lost their job. 1,900,000 Albanians, according to Eurostat, flee in Schengen area because losing their job and poverty. Zero tolerance to these warlords. Wherever they will be, they will find, catch, and kept accountable to the law. This is, but also we asked a commission of truth with this fund brought by partners, because what show this 1 million page? They show terrible links between crimes and politics. You have ministers telling serial killers that I will do that, you have to do that for votes. You will have that, I will do that. Bargaining openly. And this transcript must be seen the light of the public. It will be very helpful also for European nations. Otherwise, Albania is a big exporter of criminality in whole Europe and the world. To the right of minority, sir, my party has respected and will respect their rights. First of all, not only the fundamental, but the right of their property. Why Beleri was arrested? Beleri refused to become candidate of Edi Rama. He told, no, I am not the left side, sir. After he refused, Beleri, of course, was protecting the properties of his citizens in Himara. And that, in an ugliest way, he organized a trick. He liked former state security, arrested him in midnight, 1 day before the elections. Didn't allow him to take the oath where traditionally those who were not sentenced, they took the oath, but Beleri never. so will fully respect the Minority Convention and the European Human Rights Charter.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Berisa, for your clear and tough words about the situation, the deeply worried situation in Albania. We must finish the meeting because we have now the plenary session. But as you know, you have all our support, all the will of the group that you will succeed and you will win the next elections. And you know that there will be a very big delegation from EPP to be as observers at the elections. So we will be there also for support the democratic transparency and the will of the Albanian people. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm very, very grateful. That's a great message to Albanians. Your support is of great importance. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention.
May I just add one sentence, please?
Yes.
So I want to thank you. Sorry I've lost my voice, but I just want to say this. EPP, about 2 months ago, presented a resolution about the situation in Albania, the state of play, corruption, vote buying, vote intimidation, and you are the same group. And we'll appreciate to have the same stand from your EPP group as well. And also IDU in Washington Convention presented the concerns about the situation in Albania. So all the international community is working on that. Now we have the American Congress also looking very closely about what is happening in Albania. Your presence during the elections, but also your statement and your position will help us to have free and fair elections. Without free and fair elections, we cannot have democracy in Albania.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The meeting is over, and thank you for the interpreters for their work.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And I hope you do
Thank you.
the best.
I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Yes. Okay.